collection of shorts of stories, little reflection on my past, and then a combination of some things that were inspired by events. And then we usually mix some rhythm and blues into the piece. I don't have my band here today, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little differently. We're going to do some of the stories, and then we're going to, I'm going to have the fortunate blessing of having Sal play with me and Carol come up, and so we'll do just some straight up blues after that. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, so. In summer days of long past, time stands still and sings songs of sweet grass, red clay for soil, and rain that kissed the skin like a lover's first hello. In summer days of watermelons, RC colas, and canned sliced peaches, love was found and lost beneath houses held high on bricks. Rain brings a respite from the heat, but not the pain. And as we ran through brush, terrorized cows, and watched grown folks misbehave in the tiny rooms to the tinny sounds that bled from Sarah Malls. Children ain't allowed in Sarah Malls. We knew. I knew that this should last forever. Still, we waited and watched as the pecans fell like leaves from trees, and August rolled into September, knowing that this place, Clayton, was like no other. Roads rolling from nothing to, well, nothing. Roads filled with love, life, anguish, and to a small, small child, the world, as seen from the front porch. Tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good. Clayton, Alabama. For fun, my grandma used to call it Alabooma. Alaboom, an explosion, excitement. It couldn't have been nothing else because it was the 60s and George Wallace's mama lived right down the road. Followed by a gentle exhalation. Ah, Alaboom, ah. Truly, there wasn't nothing going on in Clayton, Alabama. No, nothing but life. Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. Yeah, baby, let the good times roll. I don't care if you young or old. That's good enough to let the good times roll. Clayton, Alabama, we're talking about this very, very small, small town right outside of Brundage, Alabama. No, okay? How about you Funk, Alabama? Dothan, Alabama?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now, every summer, my grandmother used to pack us all up into the family Buick and drive us all from Louisville down to Clayton. Now, my Aunt Lily, she was a teacher in Clayton, as was her sister Marzelle, in one of the only schools in town. And as far as I can recall, the only school for colored children. Now, Marzelle, she passed on before I was old enough to have a memory to help me recall her well. But my Aunt Lily, who was actually my grandmother's aunt, I'll always remember her. She had the meanest cat in the world. Lady, which she wasn't. But this isn't about the cats. This isn't about Aunt Lily. This isn't even about me. It's about all those folks and all the things we saw just sitting out on the front porch. My Aunt Lily used to say, "Good. Them folks got more stuff going on around here than they do on my stories." And in the rain, things got really strange. Like there was this one woman, Claire, wore a hat. It was something like this.
Lord, she was an orderous person. She ain't like nobody. Always seemed to walk around like she had a chip on her shoulder, and she ain't never spoke to no one except for to say an occasional how do. But it was more like, how do? Claire was a pretty girl. Yes, she was. If you like that bigger bone, stronger chin with a little piece of hair on the end of it. She's a pretty girl. Now, Clara will walk right past our house every night, right about 8 o'clock. And this was after me and my brothers and my best friend, K-Run, K-A-R-E-N, K-Run, and I had spent the day ripping and running. And I had started my day by, well, feeding the chickens, pulling weeds, and in the late summer months, hunting for good pecans amongst all the green ones that lay out on the red clay soil. Now, my Aunt Lily's house, it was white and wood. And besides that pecan tree here on the side, in the backyard she had a peach tree, a pear tree, a plum tree, a pomegranate tree, you name it, she had it back there. But I didn't go in the backyard, no. Too many bees, I don't like bees. So I spent all my time playing on the side of the house and sitting up on the porch. Now half of that porch was screened in, which was really nice when it rained, because I would sit out there with one of my movie magazines and an ice cold RC Cola or peach knee-high soda pop, and I would just watch the rain. Just watch folks going by, just watch things happening. Sitting up there was also nice for hiding from the bees and the wasps. And sitting up there is where I'd see folks like Mr. BC with his watermelons, Mr. BC. And here come Clara. Stomping up the road she come with her hat on. I was never there any other time of year, but that woman had a hat on every day, even in August. Stomping up the road on her way to Sarah Mall's. Now that's first name Sarah, last name Mall, like Paul, but Mall. Sarah Mall's. Now in the daytime, at Sarah Mall's you would find ice cream, hot dogs, ham sandwiches, ice cold soda pop, ooh, and strawberry sandwich cookies. And you'd even find Sarah Mall herself sitting up there at one of them linoleum top tables, watching them stories on her little bitty broke down black and white TV. Said she didn't want a new one. No. Because those fools would steal it as sure as the sun would rise. But at night, Sarah Mall's was all music. And those little linoleum top tables, they had pretty vinyl tablecloths on them now. And they were pushed up against the wall to make room for all the dancing. Oh, you would hear some of the best blues in the world coming out of Sarah Mall's. Sometimes it'd be out of the jukebox up front, but every now and then, there'd be a couple fellas with guitars and whatnot, and some woman standing right up front singing. Children were not allowed in Sarah Mall's after dark. But the grown folks, oh, they all went there. And here come Clara. Stomping up the road she come. She never walked anywhere. She stomped everywhere she went. So she was stomping up to Sarah Mall's, and this night, my friend Nat and I decided that we were going to see what all the grown folks was up to over at Sarah Mall's. So we decided to sneak over there. Nat, he's my friend. I didn't want no boyfriend. He was 10, I was 9. What I need a man for? But we run good together, and he was waiting for me that night as I climbed out my bedroom window, and we ran through the dark, and I peeked into the window at Sarah Mall's. Oh, there was so much dancing and laughing going on in there. And oh, there go Clara. She's sitting up at the bar with her hat on, and she had her face all painted up, and she was drinking something brown out of a little juice glass like that. And every time she took a sip, she made a face. So I figured there must be prune juice. Or maybe it's Fletcher's castor oil. Well, that's the only thing I can think of make a person make a face like that. I figured she ought to stop drinking if it tastes that nasty. Anyway, she had like 2 or 3 of those. And then Clara come out the door. Oh, this is the first time I ain't seen Clara stomp anywhere. She just kind of glide out the door. Me and Nat, we run and hide in the bushes and wait for her to go away. But she ain't go nowhere. She just sat down on the steps. Well, we couldn't move. Cause if she would have seen us, she would have told my Aunt Lily. My Aunt Lily would have told my mom. My mama would whoop my ass. So we just squatted down in the bushes to wait. And then it started to rain. And she still ain't going nowhere. She just sitting there. After a while, though, it got kind of sad. Because that rain was all on her face. She looked like one of them old clown paintings. But then, Mr. Avery Hawkins. He came out the door, and Clara, she reached up and grabbed his leg, and he started, "Let go, woman, let me go." "Avery, what you won't do me like that for? I ain't done nothing to you now. Look, woman, you know what this was when we started. Now let go." "That ain't what you told me." "Clara, I got to go home now. Let go." "You ain't want to go home last night. You ain't want to go home 3 nights last week."
Well, I could understand that. Because there was times when we had to go back to Louisville and I didn't want to go. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that's what he told her.
"Clara, I got responsibilities. Now let go." "Avery, Avery, I ain't sitting around here waiting on you no more. You hear me? Avery! Avery!" And with that, Claire turned around and she stomped right back into the bar. But before she got in the door good, she took her hat off.
And I figured me and Nat, we need to get out of there. And I need to change my clothes. Because I know my mama loves me, but if she catch me in wet and muddy pajamas, my ass was grass and she was a lawnmower. It was just like that sometimes.
And I came to learn that in life, there are a lot of things that are just like that sometimes. Like there's this one couple, lived up the road from Aunt Lily, Ray and Renee Hopkins. Now between them they had 3 children, Ray Netta, Ray Jr., and then I think they were watching too much I Love Lucy because they turned around and named that baby Raymond. Now it was just normal when you come down to Clayton to hear Ray and Renee all up and down the road just arguing and yelling. I mean, that's just what they did. Now as far as anybody knows, he ain't never hit her. But Aunt Lily still say, "Good. There ain't nothing a bad man won't do that a foolish woman won't follow behind."
Well, I don't know if I thought Ray was always bad, because sometimes I could hear them. That didn't sound like fighting. All I know is they was very verbal folk.
Well, this one summer I came down in early June, and they were loud about everything, one way or the other. But then come early July, that road got very quiet. You know how it is when you get used to hearing a sound, it becomes like a white noise, right? And then it takes you a minute to realize it stopped. And it was right about then that Renee started walking up and down the road, back and forth, 2 or 3 times a day. We never knew if she knew where she was going or even if she had somewhere to go to. And my Aunt Lily said, "Good, there ain't nothing. It hurt my heart to see a soul so sad, but there ain't nothing you can do to stop a river from running."
And I made up my mind right then, I ain't want no parts of love. And I told Nat that very day, there would be no more of us laying up under the house together, reading books, or nothing. Actually, it was more about the snake I saw under the house, but I figured snake, love, same difference.
Now, Raynell's kids, they were too young to notice or to understand what was going on. And Miss Inez, the neighbor lady, had taken to watching them during the day. And it became a thing for folks on the other side of the road to sit out on the porch and watch Raynell walk back and forth and just shake their heads.
Well, there was this one day that we had a big storm, and the sky was full of dark clouds, and rain the size of the pecans off of my Aunt Lily's tree was falling. And we was sitting out there on the porch because there was no thunder or lightning. It was just that rain. And I had me one of my movie magazines and an ice cold RC cola and a bowl of them sliced peaches.
That was all it took to make me happy in those days.
And Aunt Lily, she was reading the Encyclopedia Britannica. And we were just sitting out there, and I looked up, and there go Raynell, standing in the rain. she was just staring up at us. Well, Aunt Lily sent me to fetch her up onto the porch. And as I was helping her, I could feel she was trembling and shaking something fierce. And I got scared because I like Rain now. I ain't want nothing bad to happen to her, so I figured I gotta do something. So I ran in the house. I got her a blanket. I fixed her a bowl of them peaches. And I got her an ice cold RC Cola. Well, I figured I had to do something for her because I always did something for me. And as I was wrapping that blanket around her, you could hear she was just talking and muttering to herself. And she looked over at Aunt Lily and you could see her hair was all full of water. And you could tell that wasn't just rain running down her face. And she looked at my Aunt Lily and she said, I miss him. Miss Lily. I miss him. That night, Aunt Lily had me walk Ray down home because Miss Inez had called up to the house and said, somebody need to come get these children. I need to get dinner on for my husband. And as we were walking up to that house, it looked so big and dark and scary. And the porch was creaking and the little kids, they was all scared. And when I got inside, I reached up and I turned the light on and we all screamed. Me, because I was scared to death. And them calls, hey, there go Ray. He's sitting up at the kitchen table. He looked like he got caught out in the rain too. And they all run up and hug and kiss him and shoot, I ain't said nothing. Because, you know, I just go on home. Because even though people say I don't know when to keep my mouth shut, I do. And the next morning, when I woke up, there was a rainbow. No, not the oil and water kind like you find on the ground. No. It was a real rainbow. And I was going over to Karen's house. And I got to thinking about Ray and Ray and them kids. I figured I'm going to go over and see how they doing. I could tell they was gone before I got to the porch. Because the front door was open. Sure enough, when I went inside, all the furniture and everything was there. But everything else was gone. Well, I guess I figured they'd be all right. Because no matter where they go, they got everything they need. Each other. Yeah. And I went on over to my friend Karen's house. Thank you.
Sometimes we play with the standard blues and mess them up a little bit just for fun to see what comes out. And sometimes we do them in a very traditional way, so we're going to mix that up a little bit today as well. And I'm so glad and thankful that Carol could play with us. She's fierce. Truly fierce.
I'm honored.
Down a little. Test. Whoop. All right. Cool. Thank you for your patience. I'm good. I'm not standing. I'm better standing. Okay. I'm gonna get up in the morning. I believe that I'll dust my broom. I'm gonna get up in the morning, y'all. Believe that I'll dust my broom. Oh, that woman you've been seeing, she can go ahead and have my room. I'm gonna write a letter, telephone every town I know. I'm gonna write a letter, telephone every town I know. If I can't find him in West Helena, he must be in East Monroe, I know. I don't want no man who wants every woman he meet. I don't want no man, no, wants every woman he meet. He's a no good down there. They shouldn't allow him on the street. I'm gonna go back home. I believe, yeah, I'm gonna go back home. I'm not gonna let you, baby, let you break up my happy home. I'm gonna get up in the morning, y'all, believe that I'll dust my broom. I'm gonna get up in the morning, believe that I'll dust my broom. Oh, that woman you've been seeing, she can go ahead and have my room.
Yeah.
They call it Stormy Monday, baby, but Tuesday's just as bad. I say, they call it Stormy Monday, baby, but Tuesday is just as bad. Wednesday is worse, and Thursday is oh so sad. The eagle flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play. The eagle flies on Fridays, and Saturdays I go out to play. Sundays I go to church, I fall down on my knees and I pray. I say, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy on me. I say, Lord, Lord have mercy, can't you see that I'm in misery? Since my baby left me, won't you please bring him home to me? The eagle flies on Fridays, and Saturday I go out to play. I say, the eagle flies on Fridays, and Saturday I go out to play. Sundays I go to church, I fall down on my knees and I pray. I you please, please bring him home to me. Cool. Thank you, thank you. We had like one rehearsal, so it's like, this is awesome. Carol was great.